What's up, everybody? Brett here, and we're back today playing some more Yes, Your Grace. Let's go ahead and jump right on in. We had a rough last episode. This game is dark. I didn't expect it to be so dark when we first got into it. Our wife's in the queue. Alright, let's always see what Audrey wants first. Our army numbers are looking worrying, Your Grace. We need to call and muster as many villagers as possible. Maybe they're just peasants, but as long as they can throw rocks, they will be useful. That's true. Hopefully we can defend the castle successfully. So I don't know what he's talking about. We appear to have maxed them out at 100. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. I think we're good on peasants, honestly. If that bar means anything at all. I have told the villagers, right, we know what they're going to say. We called the banker just to do something with our pigeon. I don't really need anything, I don't believe. I could ask for gold, but I'm going to pass. Interest-free loan, would take it in a heartbeat. Not with 10 gold interest, absolutely not. I run a little business, Your Grace. I can exchange your supplies for gold. Let's say 25, yes, I'll actually take that. Gold will be more useful at this time. That's actually good for us. We're swimming in supplies. We lose, obviously, a little bit in the exchange, but that's okay. That's great for us. Good mechanic that they put into the game, just in case you kind of get in trouble that way. So, hello, Your Grace. You have called for me. Will you join my army? I think this is the guy we helped with his relationship problems. You helped me and my wife get back together, yep. We have never been happier, Your Grace. She makes me want to do my best. You can count on us. I will gather other villagers, too. Thank you. 6 more men join the cause. Yes, Your Grace. What about you, buddy? I don't remember you. Atana is going to attack. My army needs you. You can count on me, Your Grace. My family will be forever grateful for for your help when the hunger struck our village. We could have been done for by now. I'll bring as many people as I can. Thank you. So our hunter's still away on business. I don't quite remember what we sent him in on, but I remember it was kind of long. Our pregnant wife comes to see us. I have something to show you regarding our child, darling. Visit me in the bedchamber when you can. Of course, Aurelia. Why would we make our wife wait in line? She should have just walked past everyone. Your Grace, I'm afflicted with an itching sickness. My face is itchy. My legs are itchy. Well, you get the idea. I can't stand it. However, I have heard that the touch of a king can cure all manner of ailments. So how about it, Your Grace? Will you use your kingly powers on me? I'm not trying to get the itch. A healer is far more likely to help you than me. You may not be magical, but you are generous, Your Grace. Farewell. Okay, entry completed. I feel like that could have been, almost said something real stupid. An itchy situation is what I was going to say. That would have been perhaps bad for us. I don't know. Your Grace, I hope I find you well. Welcome to the castle, Pastor. I come to ask a favor of you. The community has decided it's time to upgrade our town, Kolovrat. The one in the market is small, old, and barely standing. We thought of fixing it up, but it's better to just build a new one. We can use this opportunity to do it properly this time. The community has already gathered a large sum of gold and supplies to help fund it, but it's not quite enough to cover the labor. We will need to mine the stones and bring them from the mountains. Our mason said he can carve out the pattern in that. If we have a new Kolovrat in the center of the market, that will bring more people around. The community will feel happier and safer. We would need 25 gold. No, I'm going to send a general. I can't give you 25 gold. He should help you organize the delivery. Oh, thank you, Your Grace. Your help is very much appreciated. Happy to help, but definitely not for that much gold. Also happy to get 4 contentment, and we can see this is not over. We won't be able to talk to our general for quite some time. So, I mean, we'll see if one witch... I don't know what we're going to do with her. Probably just send her out to ask for more help from the villagers. Eric, this is Delilah, a local witch. I think there's a way to lift the curse. Do you want to explain, Delilah? We're still messing with magic after all the bad stuff that's happened to us. We're like finding more magical things to mess us up. Your Grace, with your permission, we would perform a ritual that will lift the curse that has been placed upon you. Curse? I thought that was just humbug. From what I've heard from Queen Aurelia, it does sound like you have been hexed. Your poor health, misfortune, no heir? Indeed. I can't help with all these things, but I think I can be of use regarding the most important matter here, a rightful heir. What is it all about? The ritual is complicated and we will need you to be there, Your Grace. We will be asking good spirits to act in our favor. You will need to repeat the incantation after me and occasionally help. Okay, whenever I think of a ritual, I always think of G.R. Martin's version of a ritual where Drago goes and dies horribly. Becomes like a zombified version of himself. Yeah. You probably remember that if you watch Game of Thrones, you know what I'm talking about. That's what I think of when I think of a ritual. What's the risk? The ritual doesn't exactly shout safe to me. What is the risk? Is it going to be painful? That's probably a yes. It can be, but it will be mostly under the spell. Not entirely here with you, although my body can show signs of pain. Indeed. Queen Aurelia's spirit won't be in her physical body, so she won't feel anything. What is the chance? Is the heir certain? There is a risk, as always in these matters. The ritual will need to be performed perfectly in order for it to work. But as long as you help us, the chances for a boy are very high, certain almost. Okay, see, this is what's up, guys. I'm going to bring a little 21st century to this business. I personally never cared whether or not I got a girl or a boy. I've got both, which is cool. You get the full experience. I don't trust magicians. I don't want to cast spells on my wife's, you know, on her womb in order to change the sexes of my child. Not happening. Let's say that's not an option. The only reason I would possibly do it is just to see what the heck happens. But I am going to pass on this. I wouldn't do this in real life. I'm not going to do it now. This is too risky. I can't afford to lose you, Aurelia. But if we don't try, we might never have a son. Eric, please think this through. Yeah, we'll be fine without a son. I've already made up my mind. Alright, sweetheart. Whatever you think is best. Let me know if you need anything else in the future, Your Grace. Alright, peace out, witch. Alright. I mean, we made a decision there. It was a tough call, but it was mine to make. Yeah, I would not do that. Especially in a world where magic may indeed exist. Apparently there are dragons in this world, so for all we know, something horrible could happen there. See about our allies. There's no one I want to call. Go to the map. We don't have any more question marks, so it's all villagers from here. And it's so hard for me to remember who we helped. Okay. This is the guy. I think we got him on stipend, basically. See if it'll let me pass without sending out a pigeon. And it does. Okay. Gold stacking up a little bit. Let's save and continue. Actually, I'm swimming in supplies. I don't know how many of these I actually need. We'll try and max it out. But week 40. Alright, thank you. See what the hunter has to say. Your Grace, I have just returned from the forest. I found the mud bugs, but there was no sign of the lost son. The peasant seemed to bear it well, though. I also found a big stash of gold. I gave some of that gold to the peasant so he wouldn't be upset about his lost son. I brought the rest to you. Okay, 2 gold. That's fine. I don't know if that was 100% worth my hunter's time for 2 weeks. Your Grace, what is it? Will you join? No, Your Grace. Don't you remember my back problem? I can't work, so how can I fight? I'm sorry. That's fine. I hope you get better soon. Oh, I'm glad I get to avoid the battle. Oh, man. We gave him money. We pay him in supplies, I think. Yeah, man, we should have fixed his back. I'm so upset about that. And is Sadani wearing a different colored dress? Is that you? What on earth have you done to your dress? Acelia got a grown-up dress, so I wanted one too. Don't worry, Father. I didn't do anything to my favorite blue dress. No, but you have ruined this one. Did you cut it yourself? Where did you even get scissors? Are those feathers in your hair? I found some beautiful feathers in the gardens last week. I wanted to have a dress like Acelia, but I couldn't do it like she has it. The fabric just keeps getting in the way. You didn't cut yourself, did you? No, Father, I'm fine. I just wanted to ask you if it looks nice. Absolutely. But you had better explain this to your mother yourself, and I'm telling you right away, she's not going to like it. Why won't she? Because it's not becoming of a princess to wear a torn dress like this. Maybe she will, you don't know. You'll see. Now scuttle off, I'll have some work to do. Thank you, Father, I knew you'd like it. One thing you should never do, guys, when you have kids is stomp on their creativity. That's the best part of kids. It's the part that lets them see things that you can't. You know, keep that alive in them for as long as possible. Yeah, that's dad advice. Your Grace, our village has recently been acquired by Lord Grego. It used to be under the command of Lady Masha, but now both of the lords are taking taxes from us. They are sending soldiers to collect money every week, and we can't say no to them. We've been paying double tax for weeks. We tried talking to the lords, but they ignore us. Please help, Your Grace. Okay, I don't... Oh my god. Man, I wish I had my general here, but I do not. I'm not going to give this dude 20 gold, so unfortunately there's nothing I can do. You should try seeking their audience again, but I did. They won't listen. I thought you were a fair king. I suppose I was wrong. Yeah, that sucks. I would have happily sent my general to go and fix that problem if I could. Ah, blast it all. My potatoes were stolen again. I'm sure someone is hiding an Atwar in their home. My grain, too, that bloody village. Okay, this is the second time we've heard about this. Sure. Go, hunter. These beasts aren't easy to catch, but my hunters will do their best. Thank you, Your Grace. Oh, if I could only find out who's keeping it, I will tan their hide. King of Redovia? What? Your Grace, we have found the Redovian king, the monster himself. We gave him a bit of a beating for what he did to our brothers. That was not necessary. Forgive my men, they can be heavy-handed sometimes. Especially if wearing metal gauntlets. I'm kind of glad, like... Honestly, in this situation, we're the dicks, I think. If I remember our history together correctly... well, actually, no, maybe not. Maybe he's kind of the original dick. Because I think we were traveling, we got jumped by him and, like, bandits. And then in order for us to get free, we had to promise him to give him our... basically our firstborn daughter. And we reneged on the promise. So it's kind of a promise made under duress. But I had a feeling since the very beginning of this playthrough that we might end up actually liking this guy if we gave him a chance. I finally get a chance to talk to you. How many years has it been? I was afraid you would come one day. I didn't expect you to arrive as a king with an army. Of course not. What are the chances that a common thug would go after a king? But I managed anyway. We took heavy losses, but your army was dismantled. There isn't a happy ending for you. Before I send you off to the headsman, tell me. I want to know all of this. Guys, pardon the coughing. I just went outside and cut my grass, and I think I've got a bit of a cold. So I'm a little dehydrated, perhaps, and I made the rookie YouTubing mistake of not bringing some water with me. So now I'm just going to suffer. I've also grown my beard out, and I've got my mustache is just over my mouth right now. It's so gross. Ugh. Anyway, alright, power through. Here we are. Why are you here? Why come to Davern all of a sudden? Redovia is engulfed in civil war. We have at least 2 madmen fighting over the resources. Our soil isn't like yours. It's dark, hard. Plants don't want to grow like they used to. I offered a solution. Cross the mountains to find a new home. Some laughed, some chose to come along. Your men killed people in the villages. They robbed and raped. We are not all the same. That must have been men from other camps. Did I mention we were at civil war? These men did the same in my home country. These are the men we ran away from. Redovia is divided and we can't all be tarred with the same brush. 13 years ago, when you attacked us and put your blade against my throat, you must have known I wouldn't be able to keep my promise. You must have known I would have said anything for you to let us go. I was a different man back then. I was robbing travelers. Never thought I would run into royals on that trail. When opportunity arises, I guess one can get nifty ideas. Of course I knew you would not keep to your promise, but it gave me a spark of hope. Marrying a daughter from a royal family would mean Redovia had a shot at success on this side of the world. Having royal blood would mean acceptance from others. I didn't think we'd be honored guests straight away, of course, but I hoped it would be enough to let us leave our cursed lands at least. How did you become a king? When we last met, you were abandoned on the roads. How does one go from a thief to a king? A king. That's a bit of an exaggeration, to be fair. It doesn't quite work like that on our side of the mountains. Some people choose to follow me, is all. They said I gave them hope. Not everyone gets swaddled in royal silk as a baby. Some have to work for it, and that's what I did. The witch is cursed. There was a witch with you back then. She cursed me if I didn't keep to the promise. Sorry about that. Aggie. She has a tendency to throw curses on people left and right. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Aggie used to use this curse a lot. Never worked. Enough about that. The battle was fierce. That's quite a welcome party you gave us for sure. When we were crossing the trail, we didn't want to fight. You left us no choice. We used whatever we had at hand. Surprisingly, we did quite well. You definitely had surprising battle tactics. I'm curious about... Let me, get off the ground. Ah, that's better. Fire away. Yeah, the magic fog. Tell me about the fog. Was it magic? Like I said, we didn't want to cause any harm. The smoke's a common incense. We hoped that using a large amount would mask the passage. Naive of me to have thought that the smoke would last long enough for us to get through. I'd hoped that by the time it cleared, we would all be gone. When we realized the smoke was about to vanish, we had to take on a different tactic. That's when we circled your men. This is where we find out he's just a super good guy. Monsters. The huge monsters certainly brought a lot of havoc with them. Oh, you mean the transit bisons? I realize these mammals are quite rare in your part of the world. They're big, strong. We normally use them for transporting goods. But it turns out that when properly motivated with a strong whip hand, they can act as pretty good cavalry. We've never seen such fire magic. What was it? You mean fire flowers? We use them to welcome the new year. As nice as it may be to watch them, we've also had quite a few incidents with fire spreading out of control. I thought those drawbacks could work in our favor for once. And the killing device. The device nearly decided our fate. We have some creative minds on our side. The moment the battle started, our men tried to come up with something that would help us get through. I thought that the damn thing was a trap for whoever was inside, but there were plenty of volunteers. We let them loose and it seemed like it worked well. I suppose the element of surprise did the trick. I've heard enough. You know I had no other choice. You would do the same for the ones you love, wouldn't you, Eric? Let me go and I promise we won't cause any more trouble. I don't want your daughters. Your Grace, please remember that Bayran is a Rodovian. If you let him go, King Yedric might not help us during the battle with Atana. But if you sentence him to die, King Fabian will not help us. I know this is a tough decision, Your Grace, but you should consider the benefits you will get from each king. You may go. You've had your share of suffering. I won't add to it anymore. People told me none of the 7 kings would grant us recognition. I suppose I should have known better. At least I was partially right. You letting me go. I won't forget this. For us, surviving another day is a victory. Thank you, Your Grace. By the way, it seems a Rodovian already managed to conquer a Davernian's heart. My daughter seems like a good fit for your Asalia. As predicted. Our daughter seems to be in a lesbian relationship with his daughter. So, in a way he wins, I guess. I don't, you know. He kind of got what he wanted. Rodovians marrying, our people. I mean, sure. Let's go to the bedchamber, see what's up. I almost said that in a voice that, in retrospect, would have sounded creepy. I'm glad I didn't. Let's go to that bedchamber, see what's up. It's not how I would have meant it. My men found Bayran. I have just spoken to him, and to be honest, I don't know what to think. I did feel sorry for him. I did. And we definitely made mistakes. We should have tried diplomacy first, for sure. That was definitely a kingly mistake. And, yeah, super glad I didn't perform voodoo ritual magic on my pregnant wife. It seems that he just wanted to find a better way to live. Through war? Bayran never wanted to go to war with us. They just wanted to see what life was like on the other side of the mountains. He's not even a king. He just has people who follow him. Then why did they attack? Well, I think they were just defending themselves. Oh, how could we have misunderstood his intentions? He wanted to take Lorsulia to gain recognition from other kings. I let him go. I didn't have the heart to execute him after finding this out. You did well. And he mentioned something about the curse. He said the witch used that curse on many people and apparently it never works. Eric, that's great news. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell if he was just lying to save his own life. Oh, what are we going to do? I suppose we did the right thing by not progressing with the ritual. It sounded dangerous. Yes, probably. We'll find out soon enough. You should rest. I want to bring a very healthy baby into the world. Of course, it seems like no matter how much I rest, I'm always tired. I'll just sit here. Best thing I ever did for my wife when she was pregnant was to get her all the food she wanted. And not just like like cooking her like terrible food, but like just getting her really good like restaurant quality food or cooking myself the type of stuff that she likes. I like to cook, so that's one way you can contribute as a gentleman. Try and get your wife that good food. Who did we help and who did we hurt? It's hard to remember. This guy, who do we have? Is it our witch? Okay, our witch is active. And Pigeon times. See if there's any allies. Probably not. Alright. Roll on to the next week. Our gold's steadily climbing. We have enough to get the reinforced gate. Once again, though, I'm going to pump into the supplies. I'm kind of tempted just to finish this off, so we don't have to think about it anymore. But there's just no reason to go that hard on that button. Let's go. Grevno, week 41. Our general has returned. I've tried to help the church with moving the stone from the mountains to the village. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it. The horses were too weak to pull the cart, and we couldn't carry them by hand either. Thank you for letting me know. I think the pastor is going to visit you about this. So, my general completely wasted his time, unfortunately. I have told the villagers you wanted to see them. Got it. Got it. Got it. Alright, Torlando's back. See if he needs anything. Oh my god. Someone told me... Minor spoilers, guys, in the comment section. I don't particularly like spoilers, but I was very excited when I heard that there might be a bear involved. I'm a bear guy. And that was a terrible sentence. I love bears in all like fantasy settings. They're like my favorite things. We played a game, Fantasy General 2, I think, on the channel for a while. I didn't finish it, but I got like 20 episodes deep. It's a very time-intensive game. And your main character rides around on a bear. I love it. The deed is done. The day you have been waiting for is finally upon us. Nothing will compare to my new epic, and that is thanks to you. I will take it that you want to hear the creation. Absolutely. I have waited for this long. Let's hear it. Worry not, it's absolutely worth it. Oh, you're in for a treat. Ahem. Oh god, am I going to sing it? No, I'm not. The moon shines bright, high up in the sky. Kapala night is in sight. Laughter and music will rule this night, but there's no rest for our tired knight. Inside the castle wall, he rests and waits for the night to fall. There he was, strong and sweaty, back from his quest. Unsheath your sword, General. Let me see its best. I'm into it. Please don't stop. The Beastmaster, here he comes. I hoped you would wait for me, he says. He pulls his own monster out, up for the trades. The royal heads are behind their own solid walls. But the loud sounds of haggling spread through the castle halls. Perhaps I can barter myself a good deal, she thought, as Queen Aurelia makes an appeal. Whoa. I'm going to have to stop you right there. Oh, no, this is the best part, Your Grace. Whatever, we've come this far. I want to know what the lyrics are. But I don't think I need to hear it all. I got the gist of your poem. Oh, as you wish, Your Grace. I shall spread the poem to the rest of the world. It's going to be grand. I gotta say, I'm not... Go back and read. Go back and listen to me say that again. Get all the double entendre you need. Let's talk to this peasant. Your Grace, your hunter has helped me track down the mudbugs in the swamps. He hasn't found their nest, but at least he's managed to slay one of those dolts. He also, you won't believe this, found gold hidden in the swamps. This is the jerk with the kid. In fact, so much of it that I wanted to share it with you. Take this as a thank you, Your Grace. Ha! I knew the rumors were true. I'm not crazy after all. What about your son? Yeah. This dude had no son. We knew that. He just came back home. Aha! Just appeared like that. I must be in the gods' favor these days. So I made 3 gold off of that. Probably not worth. Will you join my army, sir? Sure thing, Your Grace. The hunter dealt with those bolties. Showed my wife I wasn't lying. You can count on me and my friends, Your Grace. Very well. Be ready. The battle starts in 9 weeks. I am so happy there's a bear. Let's do it. Sadani? Oh my god. That's awesome. You have really outdone yourself this time around, young lady. A bear? Really? Isn't he the best? Yes. He's a gorgeous creature. But I can't let you keep him. He's scary. He's not scary. It's Wojtek. He can help us get Lorsulia back. Father, please let me keep him. He's my best agent to date. He won't do any harm. I gotta say, the music I'm really into is the one in the background right now. Hell yeah. Wojtek? That doesn't sound like you, Pumpkin. I'm done with silly names. I'm all grown up now, so the bear gets a grown-up name. I think he likes it. Heck yeah. Bears are friendly and generally not dangerous if they're used to humans. If he ever becomes dangerous, we can always get rid of him. See, he's harmless. To us, but not to the enemy. I will train him. How'd you get him? How does one get a pair, Pumpkin? I left food leftovers in the gardens. One day he was there. Food in the gardens? I wondered why there's always such a mess lately. Is this how you attract all these animals, Sidani? Well, I had to gain their trust somehow. That's enough, Pumpkin. What do you say then, Father? I mean, Your Grace? Can Wojtek stay with us? 1000%. He can stay. But if something happens, I will get rid of him myself. You won't have to, I promise. Come with me, Wojtek. I will show you around. I had better talk to Aurelia. Our daughters are going wild. Your Grace, I beseech you. Our granary has been destroyed by a mudslide. Please, can you give us some assistance? Absolutely. Take these supplies. This should replace your food lost. Thank you, Your Grace. Yeah, no problem. It's hard to know whether or not you should use one of your agents or use your resources, but I mean, I'm swimming in supplies. So that just seemed like the right thing to do. Let's go talk to our wife. We'll also talk to our daughters. Yes, Father? Have you seen Wojtek? It's Sidani's new pet. Yes, he's so cool. I wish I had a pet like that. Where does she even get ideas like this? I have no clue. I do have a favor to ask you. Please keep an eye on him, and if anything happens, let me know immediately. What if he eats me alive? Acelia, I'm not joking. I let her keep the bear, but I'm really worried. Fine, Father. I'll look after him. Thank you. I still have these needles in my inventory, and I'm not sure why. I haven't really found anything else to do with it. So looks at her like, can I do this? Can I pet this bear? Hell yes. Your Grace. Nice. That's exactly what I do. So that's what me and my wife have been howling every day to try and get our dog to howl more. Tiny is half German Shepherd, half Husky, and he howls. Last night we were watching the last episode of Ray Donovan, and he was having nightmares. He was laying, maybe not nightmares, but he was dreaming, having his little puppy dreams, laying on the rug. And every now and then he would make a little noise, you know. And then all of a sudden he starts howling in his sleep. It was like the cutest thing ever. And we always try and encourage him to howl, because I personally love talkative animals. I love cats that meow all the time, that like try to talk to you. That's my favorite thing. So we're trying to get him to howl a little bit. Tell him it's okay. So we just walk around howling like fools. I know I let you keep the bear, but you really ought to be very careful. And I'm not joking. Anything happens, you run straight to me, you hear me? Nothing's gonna happen. Sidani. Yes, Your Grace? I'll come straight to you. Father? Yes? I found this book. It's about bears. Can I borrow it? Of course you can, Pumpkin. Take any book you like. I will ask Danica to read it to me later. I wonder if I can pick this up. It's like the only thing I can think of that'll interact with the needles that I have. I'm good. Let's go talk to our wife. Have you seen Sidani, honey? She came to me earlier. I haven't seen her. Why? Oh, well, don't be mad. Oh no, what's she done now? You know what she's like. She's been looking for new animal friends since Luli left. I think she overdid it this time, but I didn't have the heart to tell her no. Eric, what is it? She brought a bear cub into the castle. What? Are you out of your mind? This is dangerous. This is not happening. Hey. Calm down. It's just a cub. He's not dangerous at all. He might be nice and cute now, but wait till he grows up. We'll have guards keep an eye on him, at least until after the battle. Then we'll see what happens. Fine, but if anything goes wrong, nothing is going to happen, I promise. We still have 9 weeks for that bear to get fat and battle ready. I don't know if that's enough time for a bear cub, but... Alright, let's go to the map. I don't think we helped this guy. Send our general, confirm. I don't think I helped this guy either. It's in our witch. Confirm. Yeah. Making sure our list of allies hasn't changed. It has not. And let's roll on. We'll do one more week, I think. Man, we need so much more gold. That's just the biggest problem for us. Our supplies have gone up. And we've more than doubled the amount of soldiers that we supposedly need. So we're doing great in that regard. Thank you. Alright, Hunter, let's see what you have. I've successfully found the Atwar in the village, Your Grace. I must report that it turned to nothing but ashes as I made the final blow. Okay, that's interesting. You've called for me. Will you join my army? Of course, Your Grace, you can count on me. Me and my inn have always supported this kingdom, and I have always received support from you. I'll gather my men. Be ready, the battle starts in 8 weeks. 222 men. Thank you very much for the help you offered. Sadly, we were unable to move the stones into town. They were simply too heavy. The wheels of the cart kept breaking because the path to town is very rocky, and the horses eventually started fainting from the overexertion. We had to stop and leave the stone in the middle of the road. We could move it if we had a better cart and more horses. Unfortunately, we've already used up all the resources we had. Would there be any way the kingdom could support us in this difficult situation? Take these supplies. If you started building this Kolovrat, it needs to be finished. This is very generous. I'll let everyone know immediately that we can resume the project. Thank you, Your Grace. May the gods have you in their favor. Who knows? That was a lot of gold for us to give up. Maybe worth it, maybe not. I did say we were forever indebted when you helped us. We have rebuilt the entire village after the fires. You can count on our help, Your Grace. Be ready. The battle starts in 8 weeks. Hey, Usadani. Your Grace, a little bird told me that Asalia is seeing someone she's not supposed to. A little bird? Is that another agent? Birds, spiders, but not ghosts. Ghosts don't exist. I hope. In any case, I feel obliged to inform you, Your Grace. I think this is enough royal work for one day. I will now make my leave and play some games. I don't have a good feeling about this. Well, we already know who it is, no doubt. Your Grace, my village was plundered by some animals at night. I would have expected wolves, but all the meat was left intact, just herbs and roots were gone. Some say there have been something that resembles a hare, only bigger, uglier. It seems like a Jaros would be around. No one has the guts to track him. I would have, but I'm not stupid. They tend to lure people into the swamps and they never come back. I have a family, I can't risk leaving them, but perhaps one of your hunters. Yeah, a hunter should be able to deal with it easily. The hunter will find this demon. Go call... Oh, good call you didn't follow that, Jaros. They can be dangerous. Thank you, Your Grace. I will tell my wife that our kids will be safe at night. So they can be dangerous. Phew! I wasn't a chicken after all. Don't go chasing waterfalls, and don't go chasing Jaros. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Your Grace, we are preparing for the burning and drowning of Marzana to welcome the spring. Our villages, Brunel, Witru, and Branca hold an annual contest every year for the best Marzana. Oh, ho, I know. Perhaps the king himself would like to judge which Marzana would be the best. Yes, why not? I can do that. We'll be honored to have you, Your Grace. Anyway, there was something else I came here to ask for. We have a very bad year, and we were wondering if we could spare some resources to build the best Marzana out there. Sure. I have extra supplies. That's the only reason I'm doing this. I don't know what this is, so... maybe I'll learn something. I love the burning of Marzana. I remember putting the dolls together as a child. I will help you. I hope you have a fantastic time. Thank you so much, Your Grace. This is surely going to bring us luck. We'll be ready in a few weeks' time. Then we will visit the throne room for you to judge. That's fine. Oh, this is amazing. Everyone is going to love this. Cool. Potentially a very cool entry. And you know what? This episode has gone by pretty fast. We might actually have time to do a little bit extra stuff. Thank you for letting me visit, Your Grace. I don't know if I let you visit, but we'll see. Yes, Father. Why is Maya here? What is she doing here? Maya isn't supposed to be in the castle. I love her, Father. Oh. I don't know what else you're supposed to say that. With her, I feel safe. I feel alive. I feel like I belong somewhere. And if not with her, I miss her so much I can't stop thinking about her. I wonder where she is, what she does, what she eats. If this isn't love... then I don't know what is. I want to see Maya every day. I want her to come to the castle whenever she wants. I see. I can't have her away from me. Is she going to move in? Do you want her to live in the castle? Yes. Well, no. It's fine. I just want her to be able to visit me more often. This explains why you two have been spending so much time together. What do you have to say, Maya? Your Grace, I didn't mean to storm in here like this. Acelia promised to me it's fine if I come to the castle. I do feel the same about your daughter, Your Grace. I don't think either of us planned for this to happen. It's just the more time we've spent together, the more we felt each other. Felt for each other? Probably not felt each... Probably both, actually, now that I say that. I don't want to cause any problems, Your Grace, but I do wish I could see Acelia more often. The only thing I've got a minor problem with this is that she is in fact a minor. Isn't she like 12 at this point? 13? That's a little young to be having your girlfriend move in. But in this fantasy world, I suppose, we'll just try and be nice to everybody. Real life, though, probably wouldn't let that happen. It's a little too young to be making huge decisions like that. Maya can return to the castle whenever she wants. I wish your sister had the same freedom. Just make sure she doesn't do anything silly, Maya. Keep an eye out for her. Yes, Your Grace. Thank you, Father. I told you he would understand. Yeah, and then the crazy, wild, war-torn times of our lands. The last thing we want to do is cause strife at home. Alright, let's go talk to our wife again. We're making all these big decisions without our wife being consulted. Kind of weird. Acelia invited Maya to the castle again. I found those two playing in the gardens before. I didn't have the heart to ask Maya to leave, but I'm a little worried. She's from Rodovia. What if they are planning revenge? Don't be silly. They wouldn't stand a chance. I think we were too harsh on Acelia. As said, they are in love. In love with a girl? Yes, I think so. At least you have to find someone she can love. I wish Ursulia had that freedom. I want our girls to be happy. That's kind of my thoughts, too. We could have a whole long conversation about homosexuality in games, and, you know, as a father, I could probably give you guys a lot of my own opinions on, you know, having gay children. But these are the type of things you got to decide for yourself. I think when you have kids, your opinions on certain things change because you just love your kids no matter what. And I think there's a whole big conversation we could also have about the video game industry and about how, you know, homosexual people are represented or not represented sometimes. And for me, it basically just comes down to what's real to life. In life, homosexual people exist. You know? So why wouldn't they be represented in games? I think it's kind of ridiculous that sometimes they're not. Whether you like it or don't like it, there's people out there that feel both ways. I particularly don't. I don't hate anybody. I don't think we have a hunter. We have a witch, though. But I think it is appropriate that they're represented in games. And yeah, that's kind of just my thoughts on the subject. Let's go for another week here. But video games are a great place, and this is another cool talking point. Video games are a great place to try out ideas and to try and get you to ask questions to yourself about how you feel about the world around you. You know, if a video game didn't make you feel anything or think anything, what would be the point, right? The best book you ever read is going to challenge your ideas, you know. Otherwise, it wouldn't be worth reading. So, just have an open mind whenever you play games or do really anything in your life. And that's what I try to do as well. So, let's go ahead and advance to the next week. But I think I would be remiss as a person, as a YouTube maker, if I didn't at least touch on these subjects, because that's what the game creators are trying to do as well. Whenever they put scenes and they write scenes like this, they're obviously, I'm not going to call it an agenda because that kind of feels like a loaded word, but they have a point that they're trying to make, and I would be a stupid dummy if I didn't bring it up to you guys. So, Your Grace, we need to call King Summit soon. This will be our last chance to talk to them before the battle. If there is anything else you need to do to fulfill their request, now will be the last chance. If you haven't spoken to Verid yet, you should invite him and let him know what your decision is about his offer. Thank you for letting me know, Audrey. So, I've already told him no, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, the fortune teller is back. My grace, I bring a special assortment for you today. It's my special collection of magical rocks and crystals. I've been gathering these for many years, yes. Some come from the local riverbanks, and some have been mined in the Grey Mountains. I have a few extraordinary stone talismans from Caladur. They are bound to bring you wealth, of course. If they feel your positive energy, that is. How will I know if it works? Well, they will only work if you truly believe in it. Fine, show me what you have. They will look beautiful decorating your throne. Make your choice, my grace. You will not be disappointed. Huh. I'm gonna buy a stone, but I'm probably gonna buy the cheapest one because I need... Let's go with the stone of positivity. That'll be 5 pieces of gold. Are you sure? Yes. Great. Yellow vernolite is the gold of the sea. Some call it solidified sunshine. It is believed it brings positivity and luck to your life. It draws pain from the physical and spiritual body and turns it into clear, positive thoughts. Man, I could buy all of them. Oh, there's one right there. I bet you get an achievement if you can buy all of them. Unfortunately, I can't. So, dang, do I buy another one? That's all. That'll be all. Thank you for visiting. You are most welcome, my grace. It's my pleasure to do business with you. Okay, I think we turned her away last time. It's cool that it's on the throne, though. What's going on, your grace? Why have you called for me? You helped me find that sneaky Atwar. I've never had a problem with him since. I will help. I hope you rule for a long time, your grace. Be ready. The battle starts in 7 weeks. Your grace, will you join? I owe you my life, your grace. Of course, I will help. Nice. All that goodwill we've garnered. Our army grows. And really nothing to do here. Very strange. And I hear my kids outside are starting to argue. And my dog is starting to try and get in the house. So this is definitely going to be the last week. And we're going to go ahead and use the general. And let's just go ahead and use the witch. Confirm. And I think my hunter is already occupied. Let's go ahead and call in Verid. Perhaps we can give him our final notice. And then let's end the week. Alright, guys. That's going to be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's been fun. We talked about a lot of serious things. There's still other serious things left to talk about. Coronavirus, as always, stay safe. Stay inside. Do what you got to do. Take care of your family. And take care of your health. But alright, guys. Without any further ado, I'm Brett. My channel is Goodtalk Gaming. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And as always, y'all, I'll see you in the next one. Later, y'all.